Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to start with a very fresh new topic of class 10, Geography of ICSE Board. And our first chapter deals with the essentials of map reading, that is the topographical maps. Now before we start with the topographical maps, we need to understand the syllabus of this particular concept. And before we understand the syllabus, we need to know what exactly is a topographical map. A topographical map shows the surface of the earth in detail. A topographical map is also known as topographical survey sheet or simply topo sheet. Topographical maps are drawn on a number of sheets where each sheet depicts the details of only one particular part of the whole area. These sheets are joined to give a complete picture of the entire area. This is just a part of the topographical map that we are going to solve. A topographical map is similar to a physical map, as we can see, in the sense that it shows different physical landscape features. However, it is different from a physical map as it uses color lines to show changes in the landscape. Now in this particular map, we can see that we have the numerous physical as well as man-made features which are shown in different colors by using certain signs and symbols. This particular signs and symbols we need to identify as well as interpret in the following topographical map so that we can come to a particular solution. Now let us quickly focus on the syllabus of ICSE 2026. Under this we have interpretation of topographical maps, which includes the 4-figure grid reference as well as the 6-figure grid reference. Now before we learn this 4-figure and 6-figure grid reference, we have to understand what is a grid system. The next topic is definition of contour and the contour interval. Identification of the landforms which are marked by contours. For example, the steep slope, gentle slope, hill. Then the triangulated height, spot height, benchmark, relative height or depth. Point number C is interpretation of color tints and the conventional symbols which are used in a topographical survey of India map. So here we are going to learn about what are the different types of colors used, what are the conventional symbols used, and what do they actually interpret in a map. Point number D, identification and definition of types of scale given on the map. Now we all know that we have different types of scale such as linear scale, verbal scale, representative fraction and so on. So in detail we are going to learn about this one. And then we are going to learn how to measure the direct distance by calculating the scale and also how to calculate the indirect distance. Point number E, marking directions between different locations using 8 cardinal points. Point F, we are going to identify the site of prominent villages and or the towns, types of land use or land cover and means of communication with the help of index given in the bottom of the sheet. Point number J includes identification of drainage. We know that we have different types of drainage pattern and then we are going to learn this in detail. Maybe this is absolutely a new topic to you all, so we are going to learn in detail in our next few videos. Then we are going to learn about the settlement pattern. Now in our syllabus we have the scattered settlement, we have compact settlement and so on. Next, we are going to learn about the identification of natural as well as the man-made features. So these are certain topics that we are going to cover in our ICSE syllabus of 2026.